Tim from high school.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just roll with it. All right, you ready?
Yes.
You gotta keep pushing, experience a blessing. It's about progression. Self-love is the best, and I'm off to the races. Reaching for greatness, stretching for stretching. One day I wake up, too many lessons. Living my purpose, not missing my blessings. Playing the field, but there's so many catches. Trying to keep up, and I'm facing the benches. Level me up, and I cut down my friends list. Realize I was worth way more than shit. Due time, matter of fact, man, pull the fifth. Take a sip. Look, the name is JusB, and this is my message.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy JusB, and welcome back to the JusB Show. Man, by the time you watch this, I'm sure this day would have already passed, but happy Martin Luther King Day. It's been crazy. Trump also said his oath in office today. And the things he spoke about, I try not to dig deep into politics at all. That's just not my cup of tea. But I can say I do agree with a few things that he said he was going to put into motion. But then some of the other things I said, he trying to start a riot. he trying to start a riot in America. But, as long as we stay to ourselves and continue to be the best version of us, for us, and our family and our community, then, hey, it is what it is. We can't always control what happens over there in that White House or whatever the case may be. But today, this young lady, man, let me give a shout out to the Business Besties. They really do their thing. They had an event just the other day called the Clothes Swap, right? It was a clothing swap. Donate. You can bring your old stuff. When I say old, I don't mean bad condition, like good condition stuff. These ladies had the Tina Turner dresses, the Gladys Knight skirts. They had the 90s Hoochie Mama booty shorts. All of that, shoes, clothes, bags, and accessories. And I was able to meet Janea.
Hello.
Janea said, hey, JusB, you got a podcast room over there? I said, I do. She said, man, I want to get on there. I want to tell about my stuff and what I do. I said, well, come on the JusB Show and let's do it. Welcome to the JusB Show, Queen. How you doing?
Doing great. Thanks
That's
for having
great.
me.
As soon as you told me what you were doing and it was involving shoes, right? I said, I'm a shoe head. I'm definitely a sneakerhead. I want to be involved. So without further ado, tell the people a little bit about what you do. What's your foundation?
Yeah, so we have a foundation. It's called Your Perfect Footwear, where we provide brand new high quality shoes to underserved youth to empower socialization, academics, and self-development. Mm-hmm. Now we offer a unique experience where we have a big celebration of their academic achievements, the ones they have already made, and that we're planting seeds. The one they'll make in the future. And then we host our events at Boulevard Mall inside Sequest for the celebration. And then we walk over to Shoe Palace, and the students get to pick a pair of shoes off the shelf. Now,
wait a minute. Before I ask you the next question, let me ask this question first. What made you initially get into wanting to provide, any kind of services? Most people that start companies, they normally start a for-profit company, but you chose a nonprofit.
Yes.
How'd you get into it? What made you want to get into it?
My humble beginnings.
Yeah.
My mom was a single mom of 5 kids, and I know what it's like not to have the shoes of your peers and how that plays on even how you hold your head up, how you walk into a room, but most importantly, how you feel about yourself, because you don't feel equal to, you feel less than, you feel like people look down on you. And because you receive hand-me-downs or, like secondhand store items, you don't feel like you are even adequate enough to get the shoes when you're adult. Right. Because that subconscious seed has already been planted since youth.
Yeah.
And so
I could definitely agree with you there. Like during high school, I've always had lots and lots of shoes, but I can only give you from a man's point of view, right? From a man's perspective, there's 2 things that makes us feel really, really good. There's 3 things, but we're going to talk about 2, right? We'll talk about 2. One is the shoes we wear. Yes. When you put on some clean kicks and they look good on the foot, hey, and the shoes I got on, I'm telling you, it really make you feel good. You can be having a bad day and you get some clean kicks. You're like, yo, you get the stumping in them Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
or whatever they may be. Jordans, Adidas, Pumas, whatever the case may be. And a haircut. Haircuts also make a man feel excellent, right? And without those 2 things, I could definitely agree that it brings down your confidence. So I can only imagine as a teenage, somebody in their teenage years, amongst the world we live in now, the teenagers now are rough.
All ages.
Facts.
All ages.
Facts.
I got bullied from especially middle school and high school. Elementary was, what kind of shoes you got on? They weren't as mean, but it was gearing up to, to be some real bullies.
Yeah.
And so I definitely wanted to give back because I know the importance of what shoes do for a child.
Right. All right. Now let's fast forward. Boulevard Mall, Sequest.
Yes.
Then y'all walk over to Shoe Palace.
Yes.
Now, I know what kind of shoes they got at Shoe Palace. That's some really nice stuff. Why you not grabbing like And One, Shaqs, like the middle, like the middle class brands? Wouldn't that be a cheaper option? Or
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, talk to
Because
me.
the foundation is built off my story. So I'm telling my story so I can help another child rewrite their story. I've received those hand-me-downs. I received those, lower, like cheaper shoes. And I know what it did to me. It was my mission so students can feel heard, valued, and let them know that their parents' financial situation does not predict the outcome of their future. They're in control. They control their academics. They already got the grades. Everything in life is a contract. So why can't they reap the benefit of another student that have a golden spoon in their mouth from their parents' financial situation?
Right. I definitely agree with that. Now, when you say academic achievements, what are we talking about? Do they have to have like a certain GPA?
A C- or better.
Okay. I was gonna say we can't just be giving them off. You can't be having F's and go get some new J's.
That's that contract. You give me a good report card, I give you a pair of shoes. Because even as adults, we incentivize. We go to work, we get a paycheck.
Right.
It's the same. It does not change for a child. It's the same incentive.
Right. Now, how many we like the testimonials? How many good testimonials have you received from parents? Like, yo, thank you. I can only imagine, right? Now, my company, Under the Hood, we do shoe drives. I was mentioning it to you behind the scenes. We do shoe drives, but we collect used shoes from people. And every now and again, we'll get a donation of some new shoes, and the kids really love those. But unfortunately, it's only a few, so we have to be selective, right?
Yeah.
That's when we jump into academic achievements and things like that. But, like, we're giving used shoes, and the amount of gratitude that we receive, even for used shoes, is amazing. So new shoes? Holy crap.
One mom, I have a couple of testimonies, but one mom in particular, 3 of her students got nominated. And a couple of months prior before they got nominated, they just got their apartment. They were living on a campsite in a tent. And and so her kids, they met the qualifications. They had a C- or better. She filled out the application. She actually didn't even have a cell phone. She reached me on Facebook Messenger through the foundation and let her know the website, et cetera, where to apply, where to send the report cards. And afterwards, she thanked me. She had a 17-year-old. He was a senior, 11-year-old, and an 8-year-old. And she said that was their first time going to a retail shoe store. 17 is the oldest.
Give me 5. Kudos to you, girl.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to say something to that mother. If maybe she might happen to watch this episode, right? Queen, congratulations to you. In a tent, 3 kids, 17,
11,
8. And 8, and they all qualified.
Yep.
That means that she is punching it into their head like, hey, not literally, y'all, don't, jamming it into their head like, yo, do good.
Yeah.
Finish school. That's amazing. So they get to pick one pair of shoes and they go,
pair of shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it only Shoe Palace right now, or is it different locations?
Right now, we're still looking for shoe brand sponsorships so we can partner with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they get, how often, right? Is this a one-time thing?
Every 12 months.
Every year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
they
dope.
get to reapply 12 months from their application.
And how long have you been doing this?
8 months senior.
8 months? Okay.
8 months.
Okay. Big dog. She a big dog out here. I love it. Now, from your opinion, have you been able to see the change in the mentalities of some of the children that you've been able to help?
Yes.
Have you got any testimonies from them?
Yes.
What was that like?
So part of our academic, our celebration part, it's a 2-part where they get the shoes. Second part, we give them a I Believe in Me achievement poem. And so we encourage to read every day before school. And we have a mom that actually emailed us and said, like, thank you for this poem that my daughter is on her bathroom mirror. So when she brushes her teeth, teeth in the morning, she says it out loud. And she goes, it's refreshing to see that she is eager but willing and wanting to start her day on a positive note.
Right. Yeah, that's beautiful. That I know that must do something for you mentally.
It does.
Right.
It does.
Like I can relate to you. I was bullied. You know, like I've always been the cool guy, but I was bullied before I was the cool guy, right? So I was bullied elementary and then halfway through middle school, and it really mentally tore me the F up. You know what I mean? Like it really did. So when I'm able to help people, especially the youth now, and you literally watch a frown turn into a smile, right? What that does for me, it's like hope, right? It's just hope. I'm always pushing unity on my show, not only on my show, but in real life, right? A lot of my peers, they're not really my peers. People I know.
Yeah.
Tell me that unity in the mass scale that I desire it isn't possible. But I feel like with people like you, people like me, it's possible.
Amen.
Right? Yeah. How big of a team do you have that helps you with your foundation?
We are a mighty team of 3.
Okay. Big dog. They say the big 3. That's all you need.
That's
all. How did you go about picking your team?
Actually, so one of my volunteers, she does handle all my paperwork. Mm-hmm. She was at my first event.
Okay.
Her children got nominated, and they were super excited because these shoes, like she came up to me, she goes, "Hey, I can't afford these. Like, are you sure the foundations get," like she was nervous because she got invited, but it was our first event. No one ever heard of us. And so she was like, "These are really nice. Like my son has always wanted these. Like, are you sure?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And so she said, "Anywhere I can help the foundation." Like, of course, she's like, "I can't financially help, but I want to help." And so she's one of my volunteers today.
That worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely worked out. Man, you that's crazy. You never know where the team comes from, right?
Yeah.
As entrepreneurs, we tend to want to pick our teams, you know, but God be having a different plan.
They be picking us.
Yeah, he like, I know that look good. It might feel good. It's fun, but that ain't it. Yeah. And then he'll just place people in your life and just make it work, right? So again, this show is about self-love, unity, and progression. So I know you're doing all of these amazing things, but I do have to check on you and make sure that Janea is good. So what are some things that you do to make sure self is okay? Because you know, if the glass ain't full, what you can't keep pouring into our community. So what's some things that you do to stay focused, stay grounded?
I love meditation.
Okay.
I like to be one with spirit, with mind, with body, with soul. Mm-hmm. Of course, a good massage. My husband got me a membership, so that way I can just relax, recharge. They
got massage memberships?
They do.
Man, shout out to the hubby, man. Let me know where to go. That's cool. That's cool. Now, I try to meditate, right? Every time I try to, like, I was at home earlier, laying in my bed trying to meditate with my eyes open, and then I woke up 20 minutes later, and my wife was like, "Babe, were you asleep?" I said, "No, baby, I was meditating deeply." She said, "No, you were asleep." How you really successfully meditate? How do you just relax enough to? I can't even shut my mind off long enough to.
I just hum. I hum. And then I just focus on the sound until the sound becomes white noise, and then the white noise, there are no thoughts.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Have you ever tried the sound baths?
I tried it one time so far, and thanks to Miss Blackheart County, she has events where she does sound baths.
Okay.
And I fell asleep. I was so relaxed in the state of, like, she was like, "Okay, now you're at the beach. You're swimming," and I felt my whole body, because I grew up on the South and like not even 10 minutes away from the beach.
Right.
And so it took me back to like childhood days when we lived in Hilton Head, and my body was just like floating.
Yeah.
I'm on a mat on the floor.
Right.
And I'm floating, and then like I just like fell asleep on the beach.
Wow.
And then I started snoring, and then it woke me up because I was like, oh man, I'm not home.
Oh, you must snore loud. That's funny.
Oh man,
I was just on social media earlier, and I seen it was a sound bath, right? So normally when I see it, you're laying on mats on the ground. I seen one. I'm not sure if it was in Las Vegas or not, but they were like on the top of a building. It was a long pool, right? One almost like the lap pools, like that. And they were on mats in the water though. And somebody was on the outside, and it was at night, and somebody was playing the little horn thing. And I said, my sister sent it to me, man. Shout out to my sister, Yannicka. She sent it. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to get the information. I'm going to send it to you. That might be something you would like to go try to enjoy. I'm definitely interested. If y'all know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section. That would greatly help me out because it look. I would want to smoke first, but whatever. That's besides the point. Unity. I don't even think we got to talk about unity. I feel like you believe in unity. No, let's talk about it a little bit, right? I feel like our community, us, I feel like we have the hardest time unifying.
And I don't know why.
I was about to say, do you have any thoughts on that? Because I'm like really working on it, and I have problems making it happen.
I just think people have traditional mindsets of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, in the sense of, well, it's this way, so I'm not going to put any effort into changing it.
Right. Yeah, man, we got to do better.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
I got a 2-year-old.
Okay.
Taking everybody.
I can only imagine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I can only imagine.
And so with children, like, we need the community because like one person can't do it alone. Like, I can't help this I can't run this foundation by myself.
Right.
It takes way more than just me. It takes the whole community to come together for any and everybody to help the community.
Yeah. Let me say this to the people that's watching. Yo, like, I'm not just talking in circles when I'm telling you that we have to unify, right? First of all, you got to get a team. I'm sometimes back and forth about having a team or not, but regardless how you think about it, if somebody else got to do something. You cannot do it all. Nope. If you really want to make it on a level where you consider yourself great, get a team, but be very, very, very strategic about the people you allow to come around you and be a part of that and frequent on that energy with you, right? That's super. God, I can't stress enough how important that is. I've learned so many lessons over the years about having the right people around you, right? Yeah. Especially with dealing with mental health. That's something I want to get into next. Do you deal with mental health? Do you feel like that?
With the students or with me?
You.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
What part? Anxiety?
Anxiety. Yeah.
When it starts to happen, what are some things that you do to overcome it? I deal with it too. I start sweating.
I have to focus on my nervous system. Okay. Because that's where anxiety stems. Mm-hmm. And so when the heart starts fluttering, your hands start getting sweaty. Yeah. And then like you're like, oh gosh, your mind start racing. Mm-hmm. You can if you can control your breathing, then you can overcome that episode of anxiety. Yeah, yeah. Because you're essentially telling your mental subconsciously, it's okay. Right. And so I just breathe. Yeah. I seen a post 2 days ago, I believe, and it was an older guy, and he said that he like holds his chest and looks up. He's like put one hand in the air and like looks up. It was something weird. So if you actually put both hands in the air, okay, and then breathe, you're allowing your lungs to expand. So you're taking more oxygen, and so by the more oxygen you're actually able to intake, the more your heart just like goes back to normal. Right. That's cool. How long have you been an entrepreneur? For almost a year. Just for the foundation? No. So I started insurance, and I've been in hospitality for over 10 years. Whew. And I bless you, girl. I know. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the talk. I love to just connect with people, and it's always been my passion. Yeah. But through stepping out as an entrepreneur of like becoming an agent, being my own boss, I learned that the time that I thought, oh, it's going to take too long to do X, Y, and Z, I regained
Right.
by stepping out on faith and trying something different, which opened doors for me too. I always wanted to start this foundation because I've been doing it all along.
Right.
As Janea.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing it with the team.
8 months
as
in.
Your Perfect Footwear.
8 months in, Shoe Palace partnership, girl. That's major. You killing it. Yeah, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
Have you had a moment in this year, right, that you was just like, I don't know if I can keep going. Like, whew.
Not yet.
Yeah, man. Hit one of them obstacles yet?
I refuse to let the devil win.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I love to ask folks that question, like, yo, like, what's that one thing that almost stopped you, right? You still fresh in this.
Yeah.
You gonna get there. We're gonna recap.
Yeah.
You gonna be like, JusB, listen here. One time, woo, 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 you know, but I'm glad that you step out on faith and just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
You got to.
Because I always believe the worst thing that somebody can tell me now as an adult is no.
Right.
And that no just means not right now.
Right.
We're going to come around again.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be a yeah.
Right. Now, another thing I always like to mention on my shows is, this is how I describe it, right? We all have a version of success. Our versions of success is different throughout everybody's, right? We know what that looked like when we get there. But when we get there and we look back and see what we left back there, that legacy, what does your legacy look like for you?
I just want to help as many kids as possible because kids are our future. Who's going to take care of me when I get old?
These new
Who's
kids,
going to
I don't
make
know.
Decisions? But if we lead with education first and incentivize them to get the most education as possible, so that way they can make informed decisions for our seniors when we turn, get that age.
Right.
Then we know we're in good hands.
Yeah.
You just pay it forward. And to me, like especially at my events, I'm like have so many euphoric moments of like kids just happy, parents crying, kids tearing up. And then I'm like, don't make me cry.
I would be in there. I am an emotional being. I'll be in there. Man.
You have to come to one of our events. We have the red carpet, the ropes. Like these kids walk down the red carpet when they go to Shoe Palace.
When is your next event?
My next event is hopefully coming up February. We're planning for it.
Okay.
Which is we're all based on donations.
Okay.
And so we're fundraising. You can always make a donation at yourperfectfootwear.org/donate. Every dollar that we get goes directly to shoes. And so we're based on donation base.
Okay. Y'all be having food and stuff? Refreshments?
We have donuts.
Yeah,
and water.
I like to eat. Yeah, water is my favorite.
Now let me actually tell you. So we work with we have in the past worked with Edwards Elementary.
Okay.
The cool thing about this is that they haven't had a field trip since before COVID, meaning that the students on that trip, it's an elementary school, are in third grade. This was their first time having a field trip where they got bused down to Boulevard Mall. They got to, of course, red carpet. They opened the store just for us.
They red a carpet to the store?
No, we bring the carpet.
I mean, yeah, but y'all red carpet them?
Absolutely.
Like stars.
Absolutely.
I love it.
They are stars.
I'm gonna have to come host the red carpet. Making lights going off.
And then
that'll be cool.
When they walk down, we high five.
Wow.
So I'll tell you this. So they go to Shoe Palace, pick a pair of shoes. Typically, when you go to a shoe store, they take the shoes and put it behind the desk.
Right.
Well, we were locked in. Store wasn't open, so the kids aren't going anywhere.
Right.
They're on yellow bus. So of course there was no theft. So the cool thing that they are able to do for us is that they allow the students to bring the shoes and hand it to the sales associate.
Right.
And no matter what you're doing, whether you're in mid-conversation or whatever, you stop. When you hear the sales associate yells, "The perfect fit," everybody stops. And we clap. Because we're clapping for not just you finding your physical shoe,
right,
but you're taking ownership of your future.
That's gonna be a real. Y'all gonna see that trending somewhere. We running that one up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're not just buying physical shoes. We're buying dignity, pride, confidence.
Right.
And the empowerment to let them know they're in control.
Now, is there a price limit on these shoes?
There is. So
okay, because I'm saying, ooh.
No, so we work with the store. Okay. Anything off, anything that's not in our budget is already put to the back. I don't want to be the one to tell them no.
Right, like
yeah,
that's like $680.
No. Yeah. So no, they work with us. So that way it's us a yes. I need literally anything on the shelf because it's within our price point.
Wow.
And believe it or not, we have a lot of kids that actually look at the price tag if it's like $80 or $90. And they're like, ooh, no. And I'm like, do you like it? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, get it. They're like, are you sure?
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then you have some ask, well, can I get a cheaper pair so I can get another pair for my sibling? And then we have to let them know, like, we're here to celebrate you.
Right.
Let's focus on your accomplishments.
Yeah. That's deep. Damn. Dang. Yeah, dang. Yeah, man, that's amazing. Yeah, I knew we was gonna have a great conversation. And you told me a little bit about it the other day, but I didn't know it was that deep. You know, now that I'm gone, because I'm a media person, so I love red carpet, camera. I want the whole shining, the lights flashing. So I can only imagine they really feel like child stars, like Hollywood, you know, like 2.0, y'all, not 1.0, the new one, you know.
And the crazy part is, so they don't know that the perfect fit's going to be yelled out. Everybody's going to
clap.
So then they're looking like, and believe it or not, they can't wait to find. They stop. So when they hear it, they caught on like after the first time the guys did it, and then everybody stops, even the kids. The second time, third, fourth, fifth, they can't wait to get their clap.
Get that.
You got to see
right.
their last video.
Oh man,
where they were like, when they put the shoes down because they're waiting to see like just that everyone's
they're trying to time it.
Everyone's clapping for we're celebrating them.
Right.
And there's 3 things that people chase: a memory, emotion, or an experience.
Yeah.
And we provide all 3.
Man, you know, I was just telling my fellas, I have a group called A Gentleman's Choice. It's another podcast we put on. It's a monthly meetup between me and my buddies, and we just talk about things we've been through, right? And I was just telling them, I was like, man, you know, I feel like the JusB show needs some additives to it, some new elements, right? Or maybe I just need to change to a different name or interview different type of people, right? But it every time it happens and I'm starting to feel like that, I always interview somebody dope that's doing something even doper, and it always brings me back to like, this is what I love to do, man. Because I get to talk and get people to open up and talk about their mission, their stories. Everybody ain't out here trying to make $1. We all want to make money, but there's bigger missions, you know, that needs to be conquered, that needs to be completed for sure. Like, and I praise you at this point. Like, that's super, man. Listen, y'all, if you guys have kids and you need some assistance, you know, anything on anybody at Team JusB, Team Under the Hood, everything that we have going on this side of the camera, we're all about giving back to our community, loving on people, unifying, no matter what. People can tell us it won't work forever, and I'm always going to try. I keep telling y'all, I'm like the Malcolm X of media, the good side. I'm like the Malcolm X and MLK of media. Because I come real raw sometimes. On regular shows, I come raw. But everything they're about, I believe in, you know. So thank you for giving me that enlightenment. And thank you for just being such an enlightenment to the youth in our community. That's really, really dope. You should pat yourself on the back every day with that big, pretty smile. Yeah, girl, we did that, girl. We did that. 2 things before we get out of here. Let the people know where they can find you one more time, or the foundation.
All right. So the website, yourperfectfootwear.org. IG, Your Perfect Footwear Foundation. Facebook, Your Perfect Footwear. You can always email at info@yourperfectfootwear.org.
Now I need you to give the world one piece of advice. Anything.
One piece of advice. Our tag is take a walk in their shoes. To some, shoes may feel like a luxury, but to others, it literally makes a world of a difference. If we can just have more empathy and sit back and really listen to the need of the community, then we can all take a walk in their shoes and unify.
Y'all heard her. Give me a 5, girl. Thank you for coming again. I definitely appreciate you. Anybody in the city that you know that has a dope story, send them over here. even regular people. We got places for them too, you know. And when I say regular people, I mean people that's not trying to be in front of the camera in media, or they're entrepreneurs. You can be a 9-to-5 community worker. You could just have a 9-to-5 job. If you have a dope story or just something you want to discuss, tap in with your boy JusB, and we could definitely sit down. Now I'm gonna give y'all my piece of advice. I need you to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate. I need you to inspire one to then go inspire all. And then I need you to just be the best version of yourself. That's the most important thing you could possibly do, is be the best version of yourself. It took for me to find me to become me. Listen to what I'm saying. It took me to find me to become me. I just made that up right now. That sounded good.
So good.
Thank you. Hey, and I love y'all. Be bold, be authentic, and always be impactful. Just be, and we gone.